Today we're going to talk about Charley Casserly and his junk reporting on Kyler Murray, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kidfolk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time, except right
Now,
because Charley Casserly had to go and open his mouth about some stuff he probably got from some people that weren't going to be able to draft Kyler Murray with the number 1 overall pick. So they're trying to shade him and trying to make the Arizona Cardinals flinch about how good they feel about Charley Casserly. But just so we're on the same page here, let me give you what this man had the nerve to say on cable television. In interviews, I got exactly the same stories. They were not impressed with his leadership skills or potential for the interview. They weren't impressed with his study habits, and I can't give you the quotes, but they're pretty bad. And they were not impressed with the board work and understanding football concepts that was quizzed on, and that wasn't good. I can't give you the quotes. It was the worst report I've ever heard on a top-ranked quarterback from the interview part of it. One thing that stuck out to me, this guy was never trained for the interview. Whoever trained him did a poor job. Guys do get trained for interviews now. All right, first, Charley, you haven't watched a bit of Kyler Murray playing football, obviously. And last time I checked, you ain't got to be the best guy at giving interviews to get better at giving interviews later in the line. Adam Silver is the commissioner of the NBA, and he began his career absolutely garbage at talking on the mic, and now he's so deep into it that he has an understanding of just what the psyche of his players are and how manic depression and depression in and of itself is affecting his players, who are supposed to be happy but aren't, even though they're rich. And you are so bullheaded to think that you spoke to 2 teams, saying that you'll leave it at 2 teams, even though you say you talked to more than 10, but you're only going to quote 2 about what Kyler Murray can and can't do? Nah, look here, man. I'd leave it to Bill Belichick, who said of Charley Casserly, who has been more wrong about scouting since he left the Washington Redskins than Charley Casserly. That's Belichick. That's not me. Who also said he's about as right as often as meteorologist. And for those of us who live in Oklahoma who've been counting on snow when there ain't been none, you know exactly what Bill's getting at. But more than that, anybody that does not believe that Charley Casserly would be employed as a general manager if he was still good is not really seeing what's out there. Number 2, the guys that actually make this their stock in trade of anonymously sourcing their information state facts, not opinions. Adam Schefter's out here breaking franchise tags and who is actually doing what. Ian Rappaport is actually out here telling you that Tyreek Hill is going to get paid. Charley Casserly's out here, the only person throwing shade at Kyler Murray, which again, sounds like he's peddling somebody else's garbage, all right? One of the things that you really got to get good at here is understanding, reading between the lines, and also being able to look at all the other people in their reporting, Mike Florio, Ian Rappaport, Adam Schefter. We can continue to go on here and saying that none of them have this. None of them are reporting that Kyler Murray's bad on the whiteboard and can't draw up diagrams and doesn't know football concepts. But do you really think that you can play in Lincoln Riley's offense as a quarterback if you don't know football? Are we there yet? Do we understand that it is such a foreign conclusion to be the quarterback of the Oklahoma Sooners and not know football? Not be able to draw up the plays? And if you're asking to drop the wishbone, yeah, you probably ain't going to be able to draw that up. But if you're asking to drop the football, if you're asking him to drop the wishbone, are you really just trying to shade Kyler Murray? Or are you having a good time because you know you're not going to be able to draft him? Either way, this is a bad take and a bad story, and I'm here having to talk about it because Charley Casserly had the nerve to open up his mouth on cable television. I'm telling you, man, some of these guys that you're listening to that do know diddly squat about the day and age of football we live in, come on, man. I mean, Eric Burkhart is crass when he calls these guys dinosaurs, but football in 1985 is not football in 2019. I trust Cliff Kingsbury more to evaluate talent than I do to be a head coach. But this is evaluating talent. That's what this is. He knows more about Kyler Murray than anybody else in the NFL right now because he recruited the kid out of high school. And he watched him beat up on his squad. None of the folks in the NFL right now can say that. And I've been holding on to that take for precisely this moment. Because I'm not sold on the Arizona Cardinals as an organization. I think they're actually garbage. I'm not sold on Cliff Kingsbury as a whole head coach because he had a losing record and got fired from another job just 3 months ago. But I am certain that if anybody knows what Kyler Murray can do in the NFL, that is in the NFL right now, it is Cliff Kingsbury. So if he wants to take him number 1 overall, he'd be the guy to do it. And Charley Casserly out here peddling somebody else's garbage has y'all hype blind. Stop looking at the dude with the bad bowl haircut and start listening to the people that actually watch Kyler Murray play football. Ugh. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.